Hi, and thank you for coming tonight to my launch for LifeVantage. I'm so excited to be here, but I wanted to thank you for coming. I really do appreciate you being here and understanding the education behind what I'm so passionate about. I do want to first thank my family for their support. My husband, Scott, just wave. My daughter, Summer, and Logan is here too, but we don't have him on video, but we do appreciate him being here as well. And then also my mother is here, and without their support, really none of this would, yeah, it just makes absolutely everything so much better to have the support of the people that you love. I want to thank Gloria and Tanya, of course, for being here and helping me with this launch. Bless your souls. You're so knowledgeable, and I appreciate your counsel, your friendship, and your guidance, always. Hi, Mel. So just a little bit about my experiences that I started LifeVantage back in February of 2016. And I have been activated, and my family has been activated ever since. And I find that this is an absolute gift. I feel so incredibly blessed, and the wealth of things that I have learned about this science, the fact that it is so powerful, that it is validated, and that it's significant. It's far better than anything we've ever been able to do for ourselves health-wise in the past with eating right and taking vitamins. So we're going to learn a lot about that with our gals tonight. Part of the reason why I got started is because I was introduced to it by Gloria, thank you, my dear friend, and my first reaction was, what is this, and why haven't I heard of it, and why isn't everybody I know and love care about taking this and involved in this? And so it just spoke to me, and I just needed to get involved. We started first taking the activation and the products, and it's helped us immensely. I was a little skeptical, I'll be very honest, because initially I was kind of like, I'm healthy, what is this going to do for me? And it raised that bar to a level that I just never would have anticipated, honestly. So the fact that I can serve others by just simply sharing this is very, very gratifying. And I know that I'm able to contribute to help my husband because he works so incredibly hard. And this is a business that I'm able to create for my family and especially for my kids. They call it a legacy business. And what that means is that what I'm creating for them in this wellness business is able to be inheritable, transferable to them and to their children and into their generations, their kids and generations to come. So I find that incredible because I haven't heard of any other company that's able to do such a thing. Not that there isn't any, but that was compelling for me as well. And I just turned 52 last week, and I feel fabulous. My inner self is like 20, I feel 25. So this is extraordinary, and I just want to shout it from the rooftops for everyone. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to my dear friend Gloria. And I don't have all of your credentials, dear, so if you would be able to give that would be perfect.
Okay, thank you so much. And yes, Kristin and I have been friends for a long time. And so it's nice to be able to do this together as well with a good friend. And so, but a little bit of my background, I actually own a business called A Healthy Glow. I call myself a functional health coach because I really focus on the functionality of the body. I've used a lot of different product lines in the last 15 years that I've been in business. And so what really strikes me with this one is that they really focus on the functional health of the cell. And there are some main things that every single cell of our body needs. So just like, a human body, we all, we have hair, we have a face, we have arms and legs, and we have stomachs and things like that. But every single one of us is different. And that's really how the cells of our body work. Every single cell of our body needs some basic things and has some basic kinds of organelles and basic kinds of things within each and every cell. But then every cell structure is a little different. Like the muscle cell is different than the skin cell, different than the hair cell, but every single cell has basic needs. And those basic needs are what we're going to talk about tonight. And that's why when we keep the cells of our body functioning, then we can keep our body functioning more efficiently. And so just what I've learned in the last 15 years, like I said, is not just to over supplement the body to maybe deter some symptoms, but to really get down to how the cell functions. And what I know that the cell needs is to get toxins out, get nutrition in, and the cell needs to be able to communicate. So those basic kinds of things, every single cell of our body needs to be able to do that. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And the company that we're going to talk about is a company called LifeVantage. I'm getting this loaded up here. And so we're just going to get started. And I'll be talking a little bit about, can you go away? Let's see this slideshow here. So the name of the company is LifeVantage. And again, the reason that I was really interested in this, and I myself kind of started out like Kristin did. It's like, okay, I'm going to take some of these products, and then after that, then when you come to learn the basis of the company and behind it and all the science and the research behind it, then that is really probably what made me really stick with providing myself, my family, and my clients with all of the products through LifeVantage, because at the core of their whole company is always about the functionality of the body. And so again, it's called LifeVantage. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history of LifeVantage, and then we're going to just kind of go from there. So of course, some proper disclosures and things is that because every person's body is different, the needs of our body are basically the same thing, but every body is different. And so we want to just make sure that if we talk about some things tonight, both from a personal standpoint, from a cellular kind of standpoint, and also Tanya is going to talk more about the business aspect of it, everybody's results can be different. And so it's going to vary because we are all unique and different. So everybody's results with the products and also with the business side of it can vary, of course, and that's just how we are as humans because we're all different. So where did LifeVantage begin? It really began in a lab with a single question, and that question is declining health something that we have to simply accept as part of getting older? And I think sometimes when I talk with people and I'll say, when somebody says, oh, I feel old, well, what exactly does that mean? Many times it'll mean like, I'm slowing down, I don't have the energy that I used to, I have more aches, I have more pains, I can't maybe do like work, 10, 12 hours a day anymore, I can only work 4 or 5 hours. And that's what people mean, because you know that there are some people where you say they age very well. Well, that's because they are actually younger inside than what their chronological age says. And so that really is the question that was like, almost like too, like, why do some people age faster and some people don't? And when I look at aging from a functional health coach side of it, I look more that aging is more like, why is the cell deteriorating away? And if we can do something to help that, then it's great. So there were some discoveries that was discovered in that lab. What they discovered is that our genes, the genes of our body, contain incredible abilities to keep our body healthy. And our body is so smart. Our body is so intelligent. It has little internal regulators that it can do many, many things from the inside out. The next discovery, and this was of course decades later, so that first discovery was more in the later 1900s, and now the discovery too was decades later, that they discovered that we actually have a way to activate these abilities in the body to support our body so that it can actually do what it was designed to do and continue to do it. So a brief history again of LifeVantage is that these products originally started being sold in 2003. Remember that I said in the late 1900s was more when this discovery was made, but the products themselves started to be sold in 2003. So it's not a brand new company, which is a phenomenal thing too. It's not like a product that just came out last year or the year before. Very well researched. And then again, the products in 2003. In 2005, there was an investigative report that was put out, and it really, really led to a flurry of media attention. So I first want you to watch that video, and then we're going to talk about the media and all the attention that breakthrough got.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment. For me, it begins with a blood test.
It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company.
They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing. The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells.
So, doctor, how often do I take these?
And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment. It's called Protandim, and tests have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us. Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age, but taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old. So just what's in this seemingly incredible pill? Well, actually, its roots are very humble. Protandim is a combination of 5 plant ingredients. Some you may know: green tea or turmeric, a spice used in Indian cooking. Others, Withania somnifera and Silybum marianum, are more exotic. High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma, all of these, strokes, heart attacks.
Even mental disease.
Yes,
Depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression.
But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically. Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after. We turned back the clock, maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed.
We do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
The company that makes Protandim says its tests show the pill, made from ingredients used for centuries, is absolutely safe. For more, go to our website at abcnews.com.
Alrighty, I love watching that video, and I've watched it and watched it and watched it. And I love when at the very end when he says, you know, I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old to discover that I should have been taking this whole time. And so the education tonight is like for everyone at any age. And so again, those products started being sold in 2003. And that investigative primetime report came out that you just just watched it. And that really led to a flurry of all this media attention. After that aired, universities and different prestigious medical centers, they began self-funded research to this new approach to health. And that's very important for you to be aware of, because a lot of the research that is out there and put out there has not been paid by LifeVantage. It's paid independently by these universities and research centers. So then in 2009, it actually switched from retail to direct sales, because they were not having a lot of success with selling it on retail stores. And so they had some consultants come in and were like, how should we continue to get this word out? And they said, you know, there's a real story to be told here with the ABC investigative report and all the science that's behind it. There's a real story to be sold. And they believed that it was better use of people's times and better to get the word out there in regards to Protandim if we do just what we're doing here. So educating more one-to-one, because we need to tell the whole background story of LifeVantage as well. So the first theory that he talked about in that video talks about oxidative stress. And the issue is that our body is constantly bombarded with oxidative stress. And that is really just a whole bunch of free radical impact on the cellular function of the health of the body. So the solution is that we need to help our bodies to create more antioxidants. We've known for years that fruits and veggies were very good for the body and to help to neutralize the oxidative stress or the free radicals that were in the body, the toxins that are in the body. But what Dr. Joe McCord discovered was that inside our cell is able to actually create more antioxidants. And so what we needed to do was figure out how to help the body to produce more antioxidants. And then what that can do is neutralize those toxins and move them out of the body. Oxidative stress, as you see on the right-hand side, that wheel, it shows every area of the body that's affected by oxidative stress. And again, that's because we get down to that cellular level. Every cell has basic functions. Oxidative stress slows down or impairs the function of those different cells and organs within the body. So what causes oxidative stress? Like almost everything. So our diet is not what it used to be. Smoking, medications, pollutants, inactivity, and then also rigorous exercise. We want to have that balance of exercise. Consistent exercise every single day is very healthy, but couch potatoes, not so good. And also rigorous exercise increases the oxidative stress load on the body. And then also wireless signals, and that's becoming more apparent recently in how Wi-Fi and the effects that it has, of course, on our cells. Toxins, pesticides, alcohol, all those things really increase the oxidative load within our body. So what Dr. Joe McCord talked about in the video was that there's this NRF2 pathway, and it's the pathway that's responsible for antioxidant production within the body. And what he found is that there's 5 herbs that are put together: milk thistle, bacopa, ashwagandha, green tea extract, and turmeric root. And when he combined those 5 together, it showed an average a reduction in oxidative stress on the cell by an average of 40% in 30 days. It increased some of the main antioxidants that our body needs, and that is SOD, catalase, and glutathione. And glutathione is really one of the master antioxidants that really tends to help to clean out a lot of heavy metals chemicals. It supports the body's natural ability to repair and rejuvenate its own cells and the body's natural detoxification systems as well. Produces enzymes capable of neutralizing more than 1 million free radicals in just one little yellow pill. So this is just phenomenal that this was the first theory. So the LifeVantage approach is very different. And so very different in taking just some basic antioxidants like vitamin C, red wine. Everybody's talking about red wine and the resveratrol that's in red wine, blueberries and oranges. But what happens is when you take antioxidants in through food sources like that, it really just neutralizes more on a one-to-one basis. So like one molecule of these antioxidants can just neutralize just one free radical within the body. And that versus what the gift of LifeVantage is. And because then it's a 1-to-1 million ratio to be able to neutralize and eliminate these free radicals within the body. And the free radicals in the body is kind of what slows down the cell from being able to function like it's supposed to function. And you can see even on the chart, it talks about with protandim, a 20-year-old all the way to an 80-year-old, without protandim, how oxidative stress markers continue to go up as we age. But after protandim, the blood work of a 20-year-old and an 80-year-old on an oxidative stress level was actually the same. And so wouldn't it just be awesome that we could kind of just have that ability within our cell, activate the ability within our cell so that we can keep those oxidative stress levels very low. So there were independent research studies. Like I said, a lot of research universities and things were contacting Dr. Joe McCord to get some protandim and start to test it. And so these are some of the peer-reviewed journal publications that are out there. And as you see, it's like free radical biology and medicine, different enzyme research, the Journal of Dietary Supplements, the American Journal of Physiology. So there's a lot of really good research articles that are out on protandim. These are the research universities that actually participated in some of these studies and paid for these studies. So Colorado State and Texas Tech, Ohio State University, the NIA, National Institute on Aging. So this is phenomenal that all of these research universities actually paid for the research to study this little yellow pill. So in Washington State University, what they had discovered is it says NRF2, so that NRF2 pathway that helps our body to create its own antioxidants from within each and every cell of our body, is that it's likely to become the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future. NRF2 may become the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health. And just that statement from Washington State University is phenomenal. The next theory that came, of course, that like every single cell of our body has mitochondria. And the issue is that the mitochondria, we need to power to run our cells, to have the energy from our cells. Some clients who come to me say, I just don't feel like I have the inside of my cell, I don't have any energy within the body. And so mitochondria are really responsible for producing the power of our cells to really keep everything going, beats our heart, inflating our lungs, or even how we think. Every cell requires this mitochondrial power. The body is constantly fixing and removing these damaged mitochondria and producing new mitochondria. And the hurdle, though, is that the body's production of mitochondria actually slows down over time. So again, as we age, mitochondria go down, and then that's many times where people will feel like they don't have the energy like they used to have. So this is another NRF2 path or NRF pathway within the body, but it's called the NRF1 pathway. And it's responsible for helping that mitochondria to do what it's all supposed to do. So there's different, of course, herbs and supplements that can help to activate that within the body as well. The benefit of it is that it increases that cellular energy, or that ATP, while slowing that cellular aging by supporting this chromosome integrity. It improves sleep quality and cellular repair. That's what they found with it. And also that it supports cognitive and brain health, supports health of the circulatory and cardiovascular system. Because again, it's creating some of that energy from the inside out. The third theory of aging, this was very new to me, was this sirtuin activity. And so as the body runs, it creates waste products. And so when you think about the NRF2 pathway, there's lots of toxins that are coming in. We need antioxidants to neutralize that. But just as the cells of our body are replacing them, and so that's a natural process within the body, and the sirtuins are responsible for taking on and removing the old dead cells that need to be moved out of the body. From mental to physical energy, motivation and mood, cardiovascular health, maintaining those cholesterol levels, joint health, healthy DNA to function, and a healthy inflammation response, and many, many more things. Because what it is we're trying to get the dirty dead cells out of the body, and the sirtuin activity actually is the thing that does that within every cell again. And again, our body is constantly activating sirtuins and producing additional sirtuins, but again, unfortunately, the body starts to slow down, and the production of sirtuins also slows down over time as we age. So it's called the NAD pathway. So this is the third pathway that we know that helps our cells to be healthy from the inside out. And so this NAD pathway is responsible for this sirtuin activity. There's again herbs that are put together that actually help to switch on this NAD pathway. And then the benefits, of course, is that it supports longevity, health, improves mental focus and concentration, a positive mood and motivation, improves mental and physical energy, supports the body's healthy inflammatory response, and again, cholesterol levels, and then a healthy cardiovascular system. So I think it's just phenomenal that this is like the tri-synergy of cellular health, and remembering that every single cell of our body needs this. Sometimes certain cells need more calcium or something, but really every single cell of our body needs these three things in order to function. And what they've also found is, you see this, they continue to do all the science and the research behind it. And this is what I love about LifeVantage, because they're always researching on the cellular level what's happening. And so what they did is they found, of course, when you take NRF2 alone and how it increases that, when they put all of those together, the tri-synergy together, that's the one in the blue, and that it increases that NRF2 production within there by 838%. And then again, the tri-synergy with the NRF1 increases that by 118%, and that NAD, when you put the tri-synergy in there, 226%. So they independently can work, but when you put them all together, it is just a huge gift for every single cell of your body to just be able to function and do many things that it needs to do so that we can smoothly age. So these are all the products that LifeVantage has. I have a little star on the ones that actually have the Nerve 2 activators in them, because again, LifeVantage really focuses on the health of the cell of the body. And so all of them that are there have Nerve 2 activators within them. I'm going to kind of go through them quickly, but the Axio, as you see, it comes in little packets. It's like food for the brain. And so it has those Nerve 2 activators in it, as well as other foods and nutrition for the brain, for focus and concentration and increased endurance for the brain, just to help the brain to function better. The ProBio, I'm a really big person on gut health. People need to keep their guts working, because if, like, after you digest your food, the mitochondria needs to take that broken down nutrition and convert it into energy, but we have to safely and efficiently get the food and the nutrition into the body. And the probiotic definitely helps with that. The Omega Plus is actually omega 3s, omega 7s, and vitamin D. What I love about essential fatty acids are your omegas. For me, they really act like lotion on the inside of the body. Now, to keep our outer skin healthy, we put lotion on it. And to keep it working and effective and flexible and all those kinds of things, we put it on the outside of our body. Omegas to me are like putting lotion on the inside skin of the body. And we have inside skin of the body in our digestive tract, in the lining of our sinuses. Every muscle strand, every muscle fiber around it all has a skin lining around it to separate all the muscle bundles. And so when we can get lotion on the inside of our body, the cells of our body are just healthier from the inside out as well. Physique weight management, it's called Physique because it's smart weight management. We don't want to be taking something that dramatically decreases our weight, but we really want to be taking and be very good about smart weight management. This contains also a prebiotic, because we know to manage our weight, we need to keep our guts working. So the probiotic and the prebiotic together work very efficiently as well. And then the True Science skincare and hair care, again, have those Nerve 2 activators in it so that we can decrease the oxidative stress on the surface of our skin and our hair. And also, we want to make sure that we don't add to the toxic load. And that's what I love about this True Science, is that they rank at a 0 to 3 on the Think Dirty app. And the Think Dirty app is an independent source, again, that looks at hair care, skin care, makeup, lots of products like that. And what they'll do is, it's an independent research, again, that scores things. And when things are scoring at a 3 or less, it says they are clean and safe to go ahead and use. They're not increasing the toxic load within the body. And that is what our hair and skincare is. It's phenomenal. And then also, we want to be concerned about our pets and our dogs. And so Pet Tandem is Nerve 2 for your dogs, with a little other nutrition added as well. Alrighty, so from there, I'm going to stop sharing my screen here, and I'm going to let Tanya take over for hers. And Tanya is very well versed in more the business side of LifeVantage. So there you go, Tanya.
All right, see how smoothly we transitioned? I'm so impressed. That was amazing, Gloria. Hi, everybody. So my name's Tanya Sheldon. I live in Boise, Idaho. And I have been a part of this company for 8.5 years. It'll be 9 years in October. And this was introduced to me at a time in my life when my mom was very sick, and so was my husband. And I was also just very open to opportunity. And this was exactly what I didn't know I was looking for. My girlfriend had shared this with me earlier in the year in 2011, and she'd never done any like home-based business before. So you know, she was telling me about the people and how great the company was. And I was like, blah, blah, blah. I've heard it before. I've been there. I've drank that Kool-Aid. I know how it works. And I just really didn't give her the time. And then she shared the ABC report with me that Gloria shared with you. And it just really caught my attention in a way nothing else ever had. And the one thing I was never taught to look for when I was looking for a home-based business that would really be successful for me was to really look hard at the products. And of course you want good products, but you also want products that are consumable and that are trends, that are not fads that will ever go away. And what Gloria shared with you, those 3 theories of aging, reducing oxidative stress, mitochondrial, NAD, the sirtuins, look up NAD. It will blow your mind on how important that is for the body. We just launched that in October. I had no clue. And I am so thankful that I have these products in my body. I was healthy, just like Kristin said, I was healthy when these came into my life as well. I wasn't looking for better health, but I had people in my family that needed it. And this just really, when I did my research and I went to PubMed, that National Institute of Health and Wellness, it all made sense to me. I was taking things that I didn't know what they were doing for me. I didn't feel any different. And for all I knew, I was taking them and they were coming right out of me. But when I looked at this science, it just made sense to me, because as we age and the decline in the function of our cells, that is linked to, it was linked to everything in my family history, and I didn't even realize it. So I'm married. I have 2 teenage daughters, 14 and 16. They all take the products every single day, and I will never stop. It's an investment for us. And when you look at the trends of anti-aging and pet care and hair care and skin care and energy and weight management, those will never go away. Those are always going to be in style. So when you look at the fact that we have the perfect meld of a business, I'm telling you, we do. I have found my home here, and I am so grateful for this company. Having products like that people will always need, that they want on a monthly basis to consume. I can do this from my laptop. I can do it from my phone. I could do it from an app on my phone. I could share this PowerPoint on my phone. I could share a video from my phone. It's just something anyone can do anywhere. You get your own e-commerce website. There's plenty of support that you get. You have a virtual office that tracks everything for you in the process. If someone wants to be a customer with the products that we have, we want to make it as easy as shopping on Amazon. All we have to do is put the products that they want into a shopping cart, and we simply share that link with them, copy it into a text or an email, and they just check out. Everything's already there for them. It is that smooth. And the great thing is too, we have free shipping when people on our subscription basis, or the $100 or more in your order, you get that free shipping, which who doesn't love free shipping, right? So the other thing, as I was talking about, it's about finding things that are trends and not fads. And the other thing I didn't know was to look at the history of the company. We've been around since 2009. We just celebrated our 10-year anniversary last year, and we still are such a baby apple. And that means this is an amazing opportunity. I thought if people already knew about it and it was like a household name, that was in my favor. That might make it easier to make some money. That's not the case. Everybody already knows about it, right? It's kind of out there and saturated. If you look in the US or Canada, and I say the world right now, because we're launching into many other countries, no one knows about NRF2 activation, NRF1 activation, NAD, LifeVantage. They have not heard about us. We need more big-hearted people that want to change people's lives, joining us and locking arms and becoming a part of this company to spread the word, because these products are changing lives in such a drastic way. And when you look at this too, there's 60% increase in wellness over the last 8 years. Look at the trends that are taking place, right? And home-based businesses, now more than ever, people are looking for another way to make money from home. And another trend, again, when we look at the different activations, those 3 theories of aging, 1, reducing oxidative stress. When I got into this company in 2011 and I went to PubMed and I typed in oxidative stress, there are about 80,000 studies at that time. Now there's over 220,000. If you were to go to PubMed today, where doctors and researchers go for their information, it's highly credible, has to be scrutinized to be put on that site. If you were to type in NRF2, NRF1, NAD, all of our protandems, if you were to type those in there, you are going to see that we're just at the tip of people really studying that. And in 5 to 10 years from now, you're going to see the same kind of grid on the studies of those. We're at the forefront of all of that. That makes for a huge opportunity, you guys. So we have 3 different ways for people to get started if they are looking for a business opportunity. And I think these are so phenomenal because you have the ability to get in at $350, $650, or $1,250. And again, when you're looking at a company that is based in product categories that are multi-billion-dollar categories individually, that is on the there is ahead of the trend when it comes to the research that we have with the science that we have. This entry point to get in and be a part of this, it's so low. It really is. You're getting 90% back in product that you can use to start your own story so that you have a story to share with other people, product that you could sell to other people to get your investment back. But that's what we want. We have a game plan in line where we can help people get their investment back as soon as possible and then really set you up for success. These packs, I'm telling you, that platinum pack, it's like Christmas. You get everything in that pack that we have. And again, it's hard to name a favorite product because they're that good, you guys. And I love that we don't have a ton of them. How do you make money when you do this? By doing what we're doing here today, right? Kristin was able to leverage the knowledge of other people to help her today to share with you. And that's how we make money in this, right? We plug into other people and we're learning while we're earning. She's learning her way. She's gaining her footing, and she gets to earn along the way by sharing with other people. And when you sign a new customer, you sign a new distributor, the company is going to pay you that very next week on Friday. And I am looking at it. It looks like that's changing. It looks like you may get paid that week, that Friday, when you bring somebody in. That's a transition that's taking place. That's how fast they want to get money back into your pocket. And then there's ways to get leveraged income. If you go to work and you're clocking in, you're clocking out, you're on the time clock, you're only getting paid when you're at work. In an industry of like network marketing, direct sales, what happens is you get leveraged income from work that you did years before. When Kristin mentioned that this is a business that you can create for generations to come, that happens because of the leveraged income that comes from this. It comes because we have products that are completely consumable on a monthly basis. I am still getting a paycheck today, 8.5 years later, from people that I shared this with when I first got in that continue to love and use the products. There aren't many other industries in the world that give you that kind of leveraged income. And I'm telling you, that has brought a lot of peace of mind for me and my family. And I'll get to that in just a second. But in the lower right there, I'm just going to go over one thing on this slide. You see the elite pool. That elite pool basically takes all new global sales every month. It takes 4% of the global sales and it splits it up into the top ranks of our company. Those are called elite ranks. So if you are an Elite Pro 7, you are getting a 1% share of that 4% global pool. And what that does for our company in the hearts of our people, the people at the top, they haven't stopped working. They're still out there working, helping all of us succeed, because in the end, we all get paid off one another's efforts. And I don't know a lot of companies that do that. So this is our income earnings disclosure statement. We get to share that with you because we are a publicly traded company. We just rang the bell on the NASDAQ in January, a huge thing for a publicly traded company. And we're going to start just with our Pro 3. The Pro 3, if you look at the middle column where it says $626, that's the average income a Pro 3 is bringing in on a monthly basis. That right now, you guys, think of what that would do for any family. That can keep people from bankruptcy, from foreclosures, from divorce. That is a huge amount of income. I will never forget when I hit Pro 3, I was probably like 5 months after I'd started this business. And we had to move to Idaho from Colorado because my husband had a job layoff. And hitting that rank, and at that time, I was probably making an extra a little over $400 a month for my family. I was ecstatic. We were just so excited. I was so proud of myself for the fact that I was bringing in income to my family to help in such a huge way. That is life-changing money for people. And then we get into our premier ranks. This is where Gloria is at, Premier Pro 5. Now you're making an average of $3,100 a month. This is when you can bring people home. This is when you've really created a team and you have helped a lot of people. And when you get to this rank, the company does amazing recognition for people. They fly them to Salt Lake City, Utah. They give them a weekend of pampering, of personalized training and education. And it's just really an amazing level that they really recognize because you know you've done something great by building a team at that level. And then our elite rank started Elite Pro 7. The average income there is about $13,000 a month. Think of what that could do. When I got into this in 2011, even thinking about the fact that I could make $1,000 a month in this was like mind blowing to me. And now today, 8.5 years later, I am an elite pro 7 in this company. We are in a position with COVID where my husband has been laid off, and we don't have to freak out about it. We've been through job layoffs in the past before, and we were freaking out. Like where could we extract money from? What could we do? How are we going to survive? How are we going to get through this? We don't have to do it this time. I am able to support our family while my husband sits back and figures out his next move and what he wants to do. That is peace of mind that I can't even believe that we have, that I am so grateful for. And I did it by doing this. That's all I did. I just shared over and over and over again. And some people, this will be information they've been waiting and praying for. And some people, it's not for you, and that is okay. Maybe you're thinking of other people it might be for. And for some people, it may be like me where you're hearing it, but now's not the right time, but you're going to tuck it away in your back pocket for the time when it might be right. It's been life-changing. So can I do this? Yes, I promise you, you can. This is a business that anyone can do. It's simply a matter of, will you be coachable? Do you have a burning desire for change in your life? And are you going to follow the system? Are you going to give what we give to you? If you do those 3 things, it's going to happen for you. And that's what I've done in my 8.5 years. I've just continued to plug in. I've been very consistent. I've stayed the course. And this is where it's led to me today. When I first started presenting like this, I fell back on other people, just like Kristin's doing. I had other people presenting for me. And then when I was ready to step forward, I was scared out of my mind. We didn't have technology, so I was in the living room of people holding note cards, shaking in my boots. Sometimes I was crying because I was just so proud of myself for doing something I'd never done before. But the journey and what it leads to for you personally and the development that you go through in doing a business like this, it's a hard business, but it's a very simple system. That's the beauty of it. So yes, anyone can do this. It's just about where you're at and the timing, absolutely. But you do get 24/7 support. It's an easy to follow system. You're launching, you're learning while you're earning, and then you're leading other people, teaching them to do the exact same thing. There's corporate events that we always have on a regular basis. There's trainings that take place on a weekly basis. There's presentations like this that take place on a weekly basis that you can lead people to get the information. So much support is there for you. So that really encompasses the company of LifeVantage. You've seen the products, you've heard about the business opportunity. You guys, this is real. This is not smoke and mirrors. Like what this has done in my life, and I know what it's done now for Gloria in her life during this time, and how grateful she is for this business and this income. It really, really is something that can change people's lives in a really big way. So you're probably sitting at like one of 3 areas. Maybe the product stuck out to you and you're wanting some more information, or maybe you're ready to get started and be a customer. Let Kristin know. She'll be following up with you to see what you liked, or maybe if you need more information, let her know and she can lead you in the right direction. Maybe you're thinking, I've been waiting for something like this. I'm ready. Let's go. And you would love to be a part of the LifeVantage team. Let us know. We'll help you find the right pack to get started and then get you set out on a journey of success for sure. Or if you just would like some more information and you're not sure if it's the right time for you, that's perfectly fine as well. We'll just give you the information you need for now. And again, follow up with you a little bit at a time. And maybe when the right time is there, it'll be time for you to get going. So LifeVantage is a beautiful company. They're very philanthropic as well, which I love. They go down to Mexico every year, and we're building homes in Mexico for people that are in need. And again, it's just been something, I wouldn't have known Gloria and Kristin if it had not been for this opportunity. I didn't bring them directly into this company, but I love being able to work with them and help them share this message. So let Kristin know. She'll be getting back to you and following up with everybody that's joined us or is watching this recording, and let her know what she can do for you to help you take those next steps. So thanks for being with us tonight, everybody, or thanks for watching the playback.
Thanks for coming, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate